Welcome to Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. I'm a board-certified music therapist, author, and expert on how to use music to relieve stress fast. This podcast is sponsored by McConnell Music Therapy Services, Inc., where they believe in the power of music to transform people and communities. Based in Northern California, their board-certified music therapists support people of all ages and abilities within hospitals, schools, corporations, and communities using music experience to connect, express, and de-stress. Visit them at mcconnellmts.com or their Facebook page, McConnell Music Therapy. This episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold is also sponsored by Dr. Nisi, trainer and certifier of master and executive coaches, because she believes every person, every relationship, every business, and your finances should be extraordinary. Find out more about Dr. Nisi Moore and the Life Coaching Institute at www.drnisi.com. That's DRNEECIE.com. Hello and welcome to another episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. It's so great to be with you, and I'm so glad you're here. Happy New Year! I am not sure I have ever seen more hope thrown at a new year than this one. Rather than hope it'll be a better year, what's one thing in your control that you can do to make it a better year for you? One simple practice we have in our home is walking the dog. We have a beautiful green belt that wraps around our development for a 1-mile loop. We get out and we walk the dog 3 times a day, and maybe only one of those laps is the full loop, but the evening walk is almost always the full loop and the full family. It's when the kids unleash their pent-up thoughts from being on screens all day, and Angelique and I just try to keep up with the streams of consciousness. Still, we're moving our bodies, we're together as a family, and we're walking in nature. Kind of. I mean, we're still on a cement path, but we're surrounded by grass and shrubs and trees and the stars and any number of critters, including owls and coyotes and lots of bunnies, believe it or not. Seems they can reproduce faster than coyotes can catch them. So, this track is a shout out to all my neighborhood animals. So, as you listen, I invite you to sit back, relax, picture the cutest woodland creatures you can, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks so much for checking out this episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. I've got a couple of resources for you, which you can find in the show notes or you can listen to right here. So check it out. If you enjoy the sound of my voice and you enjoy the sound of my guitar, imagine them put together. Go to sonicrecovery.com and take your very own relaxation vacation, where I take you out of the stress of the present moment and back in time to a time when you felt happy, healthy, safe, and sober, and then walk you through that memory so you can bring back those feelings into the challenges you're facing today. So go check that out. It's at sonicrecovery.com. If you're a healthcare worker in recovery, check out the Music in Recovery Self-Care Guide for healthcare professionals that I created just for you. That's at hcp.sonicrecovery.com. And if you're a healthcare worker and you'd like more information about how to help your patients use music, you can check out the Music Medicine Guide that I created just for you at musicmedicineguide.com. Lastly, if you enjoyed the pod and you haven't done it yet, would you just take a minute to rate and review it? It really only takes about 60 seconds, believe it or not, and it would go a long way to help us make more people know just how good this pod is, particularly for healthcare workers and their stress. Thanks again. See you next time.